Hi friends. What if some of the strongest connections in your life didn't begin here? What if they've been finding their way back to you over and over again? So this is Only Love is Real by Brian Weiss, MD. And if you've heard of him before, it's probably because of his book, Many Lies, Many Masters. This book takes things in a slightly different direction though. Instead of focusing mostly on past life regression itself, this one really centers around soulmates and the idea that certain souls continue reconnecting across different lifetimes. So what I really like about this book is that it didn't feel overly traumatic or overly romanticized. It actually felt surprisingly grounded considering the subject matter. It's less about fairy tale romance and more about recognition. That feeling where someone enters your life and something about them feels strangely familiar or deeply important right away. I also appreciated that the idea of soulmates here doesn't have to mean romantic partners. It can just as easily make you think of a sibling, a best friend, a child, or someone who changes your life in a major way, positive or negative, and leaves a lasting imprint on your soul. That part actually stood out to me quite a bit because I think most people have experienced connections in their life that felt deeper than what words fully explain. The book follows real cases from his research and therapy work. And whether somebody fully believes in reincarnation or not, it still makes you stop and think about how certain people seem to appear in our lives at exactly the right moment. And that's really the part that stayed with me. Not necessarily trying to prove anything, but looking at human connection in a different way. Because there are people we meet who feel temporary. And then there are people we meet who feel like they were somehow always meant to cross our path. They were always meant to be in our lives. And the writing itself is also very easy to read. It's not heavy or difficult to get through, and it doesn't feel preachy. It feels more like being invited to consider possibilities you may have already quietly wondered about before. So for me, this is one of those books that lingers in your mind afterwards because it makes you reflect on the people in your own life a little differently. The ones who felt instantly familiar, like the connection with your best friend, for example, the ones who changed you, the ones you somehow can't fully explain, the ones that you call family, but they're not really family. And whether someone sees that spiritually, emotionally, or symbolically, I think that reflection alone makes the book meaningful. Now, also with family, it could be that, they're family, but there's more. If you've read this one, though, I would like to know what you thought about it. Leave it in the comments. Take care, everybody. Maybe you hold your people a little closer, too. Bye.